And joining us now is President of College of the Rockies, David Walls. David, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, James.
Obviously, the big news around here lately is the announcement of the trades training facility that's going to be built. It's a $10 million project with $8 million coming from the federal and provincial governments, leaving the college and Columbia Basin Trust to pick up the remaining $2 million. How exciting has this announcement been for the college?
It's very exciting. It's a project that we've been working on for the last 3.5 years. And of course, part of that, there's a lot of work in terms of putting together business plans, and then of course, searching for the money as to how we're going to fund it. So this is great. So it's a culmination of the 3.5 years of work that we've put into the project so far.
So it's obviously going to provide some more spots for students at the school, but what exactly are they going to be using this facility for?
Yeah, it's for trades training, and there's 3 programs that will be impacted. We have about 7 or 8 trades training programs at the college, but 3 of them specifically, electrician, millwright, and heavy-duty mechanic will be impacted.
How important is it to have a facility like this heading into the future and the economic landscape that we're in?
Well, it's very important because overall, just in all of our trades, we have over 600 spaces for apprenticeship and foundation students. So it's actually a big proportion of what we do. And so having really state-of-the-practice facilities, as well as having the room to grow, is very important. It helps support the local industry, because all the apprentices pretty much are working in our local economy, and they come here for their training as part of their apprenticeship program.
That's a big boost for the education system and for the local economy. That's
absolutely
always great news. What do you see as the long-term impact for the college? Obviously, you've spent a lot of time to get this project to where it is. What's the long-term goal of this new facility?
Yeah, well, sometimes there are a wait list for some of our apprentices, or they can't get into the intakes that they want because we're capped out on capacity. So they have to go outside of the region for their typically 8-week training sessions as part of their apprenticeship. So this will give them better options to be able to stay and not have to move away for that period. Plus, it just gives them better training facilities than what we've got too. So they'll be working on much newer equipment once we get the building up.
And speaking of that, the building's going to be getting put up very quickly here. When are you expecting construction to start, and when will students be able to use the facility?
Right. No, that's a good question. We already have an architect and a project manager that we've hired, and we're out to tender on the construction. And so we're planning to break ground pretty much in April, and then be complete the following April, so April 2018, ready for the students starting in September. That's our plan. Perfect.
And I guess once this facility is up and running, are there any other things on the radar for the college? What's the plans going forward?
Yeah, there are. One of our big needs is for our residents as well. We bring in a lot more students from out of the region, particularly international students. We're working towards a 15% of our student body being international students. And right now, within Cranbrook in particular, the vacancy rate for accommodation is pretty low. And so our current residence that we have is 25 years old, and of course full, as you might expect. So we have plans for a new residence, and we have a proposal into the province for that as well. So we're working on how we might fund that, and partly I think we may see a bit more creative way of funding that, involving possibly the private sector and others, as well as just the college and the province. So.
Right, David, well, thank you very much for joining us. It's definitely exciting times here at the College of the Rockies.
Very much so. Thank you. Thank you very much.